So Mel Kiper Jr. is the godfather of the draft, of the mock drafts, with that big bouffant. Love him, right? Love him, respect him. He releases Mock Draft 1.0, and there are some hot takes in there, man. I love it, man. And like we said about Daniel Jeremiah's draft earlier in the week, Kiper does have connections to scouts, decision makers that as plebeians certainly do not have. So maybe there are some prospects that the internet is sort of on, but the NFL actually loves, and vice versa. So I do give him the benefit of the doubt to a degree, and not going to spoil the entire mock draft because it is ESPN Plus. But Devontae Smith, wow, and some of the quarterbacks, okay, taking a little fall. Yeah. But the Vikings are going offensive line at 14, and I have a feeling that fans won't be thrilled. So Alijah Vera-Tucker, the guard, tackle, but really guard from USC. Fans won't like it because, number one, guard, boring, even though guard, major position of need. Number two, USC offensive lineman. Number three, USC offensive lineman who wears number 75. Now, even though that logic of, Vera-Tucker wears 75s from USC and Matt Khalil was bad, so it's massively stupid and irrational. But I mean, some Vikings fans don't want Wyatt Davis because of Pat Elflein. Okay, yeah. He is a guy that I like, but 14 does seem a little bit rich. But what happens if you can't trade down? Because you do need a team to come up. And we've talked about that under certain parameters. It might be tough to trade down because there's going to be a nice little pocket of bubble between the mid-teens and the mid-20s of a bunch of players that are like, okay, I'd be happy with any of them, right? But he would be a plug-and-play starter, left guard, stud right away, which is a major position of need. So what do you want to do? Do you want to pass on a guy because you feel like he's too rich for your pick at 14? You don't draft again until the third round unless you trade up, and so you're just going to let him go? Yeah. So here's what Mel Kiper wrote about Vera-Tucker. Quote, "Speaking of rising prospects, Vera-Tucker has scouts around the league buzzing after a tremendous season." Well, yeah. He moved from guard to left tackle and dominated for the Trojans. Yeah. At 6'4", 315, he could play either position at the next level. The Vikings must solidify their offensive line around Kirk Cousins, even after spending second-round picks on Ezra and O'Neal in recent years. And Vera-Tucker, you just leave out, Garrett Bradbury. Okay, yeah. Vera-Tucker could be a long-term answer on the left side of the line. Cousins plays best when his running game is humming, and Vera-Tucker is a great run blocker. Yeah, Vera-Tucker is phenomenal in the run game. I think that's what's going to be most appealing about him. But he was sort of whatever at left tackle. He didn't essentially dominate, but posted an 81.8 PFF grade last year, but allowed 8 pressures and 4 sacks on 305 pass blocking reps. His money was made at left guard in 2019, only 7 pressures and 1 sack allowed on 590 reps, and did dominate in the run game in both facets, both seasons. He's got an NFL anchor. He's not going to be pushed around in one-on-ones, which is going to be absolutely refreshing. He's a great communicator. He's not going to be fooled by twists and games up front that we saw Dakota Dozier over and over and over get beat by. And he won't test as a physical freak. And some people might write him off as not a scheme fit, but I think that his balance and agility makes up for what he lacks in straight line speed and quickness. And in Kiper's mock, Darisaw went right before the Vikings at 13 to the Chargers, which makes sense because their offensive line is booty. Slater went 10 to the Cowboys, which, you think about the Cowboys' offensive line, it ain't what it used to be, man. Plus, they had injuries to Collins and Tyron Smith, as well as Zach Martin got dinged up last year, so they need some freshening up there. But also on board were Kwity Paye, Gregory Rousseau, J.C. Horn, Caleb Farley was there. And if Farley and Horn are on board, I think Mike Zimmer might need to be locked in a closet. He might need to be tied up so that he doesn't just push the button on a cornerback. But I understand. Guard is not sexy, and could you have more value at 14, especially since the Vikings don't pick again until pick 79 in the third round? Sure. But let's simplify this. What if I told you that the Vikings come out of the first round with a solid day one rock star starting left guard? You in? Yes or no? No qualifiers, no trade down to get more picks. No, none of that. Just yes or no. The answer is obviously yes. All right, so as much as we complained about how badly Dakota Dozier played all season, just plop in Vera-Tucker, you roll a Riley Reiff for a season, and then you're going to be good to go. Or leverage Riley Reiff into a pay cut, or maybe you just have a cut, kick Ezra Cleveland out to left tackle, get Kyle Big Hinton at one of the guard spots, or Olisi Maka-Udo. Woo! I'm in, man. So, again, I understand people may not be thrilled about Vera-Tucker. It's not sexy. It's not trendy. It's not all that stuff. But, yeah, just fixing that offensive line will cure a lot of ills. He already dominates in the run game. Dalvin will be happy. He'll be better in one-on-one spots. That's going to make Bradbury better. That's going to make Kirk Cousins better. That's going to make everyone better. So, even though, again, not flashy, I'm in. You son of a bee, I'm in. But your thoughts? Mel Kiper, Vera-Tucker, 14 for the Vikings. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Post on the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.